Good evening, I'm Ben Mankiewicz. Thanks for watching TCM, where we are 16 days into 31 days of Oscar. Since early this morning, we've been presenting nothing but Academy Award-winning and nominated Westerns. Up next, a film that might seem like a textbook tale of a stranger riding into town to save the day, but don't let the basic structure of this story mislead you. This is a picture that cuts deep and stays with you for years, decades, for a lifetime. For Paramount in 1953, this is Shane. Alan Ladd is the title character, a former gunslinger who arrives at a Wyoming ranch. What he finds are homesteaders and cattlemen at odds over the untamed and unclaimed land. It's a conflict heading toward violence. Story unfolds from the point of view of a young boy who idolizes Shane. Brandon DeWilde plays the boy and delivers an Oscar-nominated performance. Jack Palance, as was often the case in this era, is the villain, and Palance also earned a nomination for Best Supporting Actor. While the story of Shane might not sound like anything unique, in the hands of producer-director George Stevens, it became an emotionally compelling story that has endured for better than 7 decades. As was his M.O. after returning from making documentaries for the Army during World War II, George Stevens spent years meticulously crafting Shane. He reportedly took a year just searching for the perfect location for filming. He found it near Jackson Hole, Wyoming. Once there, Stevens put his actors through a demanding shoot, completing take after take until he got what he wanted. After wrapping the shoot, the director spent nearly a year and a half in post-production, cutting and recutting Shane until he sensed he had the movie he'd envisioned. Stevens' effort paid off, as it always did. The film became a box office hit, earned him a Best Director nomination, one of 6 for Shane, including Best Picture. Cameraman Loyal Griggs won the film's only Oscar for Best Color Cinematography. From 1953, also with Van Heflin and the great Jean Arthur in her final film role, Shane. Watching Shane today, it seems inexplicable that the Motion Picture Academy overlooked Alan Ladd for his work leading the cast here. To be fair, Hollywood had a banner year in 1953, which overflowed with terrific acting performances. William Holden won the Best Actor Academy Award for Stalag 17, but any of the other nominees could have won. Marlon Brando for Julius Caesar, Richard Burton for The Robe, or either of the stars nominated for From Here to Eternity, Montgomery Clift and Burt Lancaster. Although Ladd never got an Academy Award nomination or matched the success of Shane, he continued working steadily in Hollywood for the next decade, forming his own production company, Jaguar. Ladd's interest in the producing biz must have rubbed off on his son, Alan Ladd Jr. He became one of the most respected producers in Hollywood, eventually heading up production at 20th Century Fox, greenlighting a modest little picture called Star Wars. Alan Ladd Jr. didn't need to know the details of the space opera story. He greenlit the movie because he believed in the film's director, George Lucas. Laddie, as Alan Ladd Jr. was known throughout Hollywood, he was also loved throughout Hollywood, accomplished a goal that eluded his father, winning an Academy Award. He produced the Best Picture winner from 1995, Braveheart. Coming up, John Wayne stars in an Oscar-nominated Western released the same year as Shane, also centering on a hardened gunslinger who becomes a hero to an impressionable young boy. From 1953, Hondo is next on TCM.
Next on TCM, Hondo, then McCabe and Mrs. Miller, and later, The Wild Bunch. Oscar rounds up the usual suspects tonight.